If you haven't heard about Anchor yet, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free and there's no charge. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more music apps.
You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you'll ever need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started on your podcast today.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Early Morning PJ Podcast. Episode, Jacob, insert yourself.
Fifth, seven,
Nah,
eight?
it's like 18, I think. Anyways, we
Yeah,
have
it's 18. It's 18.
Yeah, 18.
I
We have
lost
a couple.
track. It's going so great.
Yeah, we have a couple guests on the show with us this week. First off, Jagger Gray, junior at Trinity High School, and then Connor Pushart, also a junior at Trinity High School.
Now a
so
senior.
Now it's you.
yeah, now both rising seniors now. So
Wow.
No.
Well,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a junior.
Yeah, you're a rising junior, I guess.
He was a grade below Peyton at Cumberland Valley. We'll just leave it there.
But
Hey,
anyways,
wrestlers do what wrestlers do, man.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm just gonna kind of ask. We'll start with Jagger. Jagger, just kind of give us a brief introduction about yourself, along with some of the teams you like.
Yeah, so I'm Jagger. I'm a wrestler, and my basketball team are sadly the Bulls. Favorite fighters, Colby Covington. MLB team, the Tigers, and then NFL, the Steelers.
I'm Connor. I do cross country, wrestling, and track. I'm all Philadelphia for sports.
Unfortunately.
Yes, sir. And then my favorite UFC fighter, Francis Ngannou.
Hey. All right, so we'll open up with UFC because I know these guys are dying to talk about UFC. So
We told you to get educated on it.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only
Yeah,
thing I know that it's going on is tonight. Obviously, the huge boxing match between Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather.
That's not.
That's not UFC related, but yeah. Let's start with that.
Yeah,
Let's
we
start
can
with
talk
that.
about that.
So I'm just gonna we'll go around the table. What your guys' predictions are? Connor, sorry, we'll start with you.
So obviously Floyd has so much more experience than Logan, but I was thinking Floyd's gonna win easily, but looking at the weigh-ins, Logan looks so much bigger than Floyd. It was crazy. I don't know, just the power Logan might have might cause a problem, but I think Floyd will still he's gonna evade punches.
I mean, Floyd's the best defensive boxer of all
He's
time.
the best boxer.
Can't avoid punches forever, though.
In my opinion, the greatest boxer in general of all time.
Floyd.
I think it's
Tyson.
Floyd.
Tyson.
Tyson's not close to the best boxer of all time. Not close.
I think you guys are thinking a little more on the money side of things.
No.
Floyd Mayweather is obviously the richest boxer of all time, but that doesn't make him better than Muhammad
50-0
Ali.
in the modern era speaks for itself. I mean, Logan did look bigger, but if you don't land punches, you can't knock anyone out.
Ali is the biggest icon.
Yeah.
Not the best fighter.
I think Ali's up there for sure.
Yeah.
He's if he's not the best, he's second best.
Sugar Ray was pretty good too. He's also for number one. That's a tough one, but I don't know. I got Logan 7th round knockout.
I got Floyd by unanimous decision.
There's no decisions.
Whatever.
There's no decision.
Stupid, but yeah, Floyd. Yeah, decision. I got Logan by knockout or Floyd by decision.
I'm not sure. Just like Connor said, looking at the weigh-ins, Logan Paul's got, I think, 34 pounds, almost 35 pounds on Floyd. Then again, just like Jacob said, you're going against the best boxer of all time. I think he'll be able to evade punches and stuff. I don't watch much boxing, but I'm going to go ahead and predict that Mayweather.
And Ocho Cinco is going to knock his fight out. Let's go, Chad.
Yeah.
He fights
I love Ocho
Yeah.
Cinco.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
he's
fighting
Yeah,
tonight.
he's fighting.
It's a whole
Against who?
ordeal.
Probably like Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall would knock him out. But I'm cheering for Chad. I love Chad.
Yeah, it's a huge fight, obviously, pay-per-view tonight, so I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm gonna actually watch it.
I'm not.
I don't know if I'm gonna be spending money on that.
I will legally watch it on a legal stream. That's probably what's gonna happen.
So we'll get into some UFC. I'm not really sure. Jason and I were talking about this.
UFC 263.
Yeah, 263. Jason and I were talking about this. We're gonna kind of let you three go
all
out
you
here.
guys.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the main card, the prelims, all of it is stacked.
Yeah.
Stacked.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is one of the best cards in a while. Probably since I'd argue since the card that Jan and Aldo fought and Ngannou Rosenstruck, that one. I'd say probably the best since that.
Those are two different.
Yeah.
That would Ngannou Rosenstrike. That was 245 at Jacksonville, and then Jan and Aldo was
I forget the one Jan and Aldo.
that was
really
first
good.
Fight Island. That was Usman and Masvidal.
And then who else? Volk versus
Volk and Holloway.
Holloway. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we can start off talking about the first ever 5-round fight. That's not a title fight.
Nate Diaz.
Diaz and Edwards. I think Edwards gonna. Edwards.
I gotta
bully
cheer
him.
for Nate Diaz.
You gotta cheer for him, but Edwards is gonna bully him.
I don't know.
I hope not. but
Nate is my favorite personality in the UFC.
What Edwards has to do is he has to start fast, and he just has to pressure Diaz and just see if he can get him tired, because as the fight goes on, the higher chance Diaz can
Nate Diaz
land a good
has
strike.
one of the best motors in the UFC.
Plus, he was grappling too.
Is Diaz the one that beat McGregor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if
Waiting for that trilogy.
If Diaz can get it to the ground, that'll be good.
He's an elite jiu-jitsu grappler in the UFC. And I mean, Edwards has power, that's for sure.
And Edwards is also coming. I mean, it's been
it's been a
while. 2 years. I mean, he fought Bilal Muhammad like a couple months ago, but that went to no contest from an eye poke, so it didn't even go the full length. We don't know what his stamina is like right now. Yeah. So I mean,
I think
speaking about that too, though, Muhammad's also fighting on this card.
Damian Maia.
I got Maia winning though by submission.
Maia by knockout.
I mean, but
Maia's old though.
He's 43 years
he's
old.
I mean, the last person he lost to that was Burns. Besides that, he won his other two last fight. Yeah. So he's 2-1 in his last three.
He's
an third-degree black belt.
Yes, he's an exceptional grappler.
He submitted Ben Askren, who's known for his wrestling and jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if he gets it to the ground, he's winning. Yeah. But we'll see if that.
I mean, Bilal Muhammad, he's a good wrestler himself. He's got a pretty good pedigree there. But I mean, if it goes to the ground, Maia's got the upper hand there
against anyone in the UFC.
But standing up, I mean, Muhammad, he's definitely got the striking power to knock up.
Yeah, I mean, Maia's kind of useless on the feet, but.
But yeah, and then we got Figueiredo and Moreno, which is an absolute banger.
Yes,
that
one's gonna be so.
That one was
the
crazy.
rematch. That was gonna be awesome. I mean, for Figueiredo, the way he fights is he almost hits with the power of like a featherweight or lightweight, even though he fights at flyweight, because he kind of keeps his hands down. Yeah. He draws in his opponents, and when they get too close, he then kind of lunges forward and hits them with these huge power shots that can knock him down.
Cejudo takes him out in one round, though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Cejudo's the greatest flyweight of all time.
But, I mean, Figueiredo...
that's cap.
Demetrius Johnson's greatest flyweight.
Yeah, I just saw it. But Figueiredo, he looked unstoppable until he fought Moreno, and I mean...
It's going to be a great fight.
That was an amazing fight to watch. It did because of a point deducted from Figueiredo. It was a tie. If that point wasn't deducted, it would have been a win for Figueiredo. But I mean, Moreno showed he has what it takes to defeat him. So it's going to be a great fight.
I mean, the lower in weight you go, usually the more technique focused the fights are, as opposed to just like Ngannou, who's like raw knockout power.
If you go skill for skill, Miocic is a better fighter than Ngannou. But Ngannou got the win.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a great test of true MMA skill.
Yeah, definitely.
And Izzy and Vettori too. This is going to be a really, really, really close one.
I
don't know.
Yeah, I think Adesanya's going to.
I think the longer the fight goes, Vettori gets better.
I mean, Izzy was handed his first loss, being like 20 pounds underweight against, going up a weight class. I mean, he has a stranglehold on that division. on middleweight, in my opinion.
But
I mean, Vettori's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong, but I just think Izzy's leagues above.
I think if there's one person to beat Izzy, it's either Vettori or Whitaker. Besides that, no one can touch him. And Vettori,
Bobby Knuckles is.
Yeah, I think Whitaker will be a champion soon. But
I can see it.
But with Vettori, I mean, if he takes after what Jan did to him and get to the takedowns, Vettori has a good chance. And Vettori already had a lot of takedowns. I think like 2 or 3 on the first time around, and it was a split decision. So obviously,
I mean, it's going to be a great fight.
Yeah,
but Vettori's really got to use the same style he used against Kevin Holland, where he just pressured him up against the cage, took him down, and it was just ground and pound from there. He's got to keep Adesanya on the ground, because if it's a stand-up game, Adesanya is just going to stay away and just throw kicks, throw long-range punches, and he's just pick him apart.
He's got to maintain ring control, too. I mean, if you let Adesanya stand out in space, I mean, he's a world-class kickboxer and a really good boxer, so you can't let him get the space. You got to crowd him, get him up against the cage, make him worry.
exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, Izzy, he just has to take down defense. That's going to be the most important thing for him.
I'm sure he's working on it.
If he can stuff the takedowns, he can win.
And takedowns, if it goes to decision, takedowns weigh a lot on that decision.
2 points.
So
2
much.
points.
That and like pressure too.
Yeah, control. They're supposed to do it on like control.
Yeah.
But seeing as the result from Max Holloway, Volkanovski, I'm still salty about that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a bit flawed.
That was a really close fight, though, too.
That was.
You could say Volk won. You could say Holloway won.
Volk won round 3 and 5. Holloway won 1, 2, and 4. And I don't think anyone can convince me that that's not true, because
I don't know.
Holloway was dominating.
he was dominating that. Yeah.
Yeah, but those takedowns Volk got in that later rounds were really crucial.
He didn't do anything with them. I get that takedowns should be worth something, but like I said, it's about control.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
if you don't control after the takedown.
And I think immediately after that fight, I think it was Michael Bisping, he was talking about that. He said Volkanovski got the takedowns, but he didn't do much.
I honestly don't know if we're gonna see a Volk versus Holloway 3. I think we might see Holloway versus Ortega too.
Yeah.
I want Volk to win. I want the third fight, but I don't know. Ortega's dangerous.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I mean, they're both coaches now on The Ultimate Fighter.
Oh yeah, that's
I can't. I wish it was Colby and Masvidal. That would be amazing.
I wish it was that so
That
bad.
would be amazing.
I just wish it was Nate Diaz. I just want to see.
Imagine like a Nate versus Nick. Imagine.
They would never.
I know, or like Nate versus Colby. Like that would be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nick. Well, speaking of Nick Diaz, he wants to try to make a return.
I did see that.
I don't think he will.
Dana White's talking about there's a possibility.
I don't know. Dana White's not a big fan of Nick Diaz. So.
Yeah.
And comebacks, and Khabib's looking fat now. Khabib got chunky.
I don't think Khabib's coming back. I don't think Cejudo's coming back either.
now.
So, yeah, Cejudo. I mean, his wife's pregnant.
He said he wanted to fight at 145.
He wanted to fight Volk.
Yeah.
If he fights someone at 45, he's gonna fight Volk because he's also short and he's only 1 inch taller.
That would be a good fight.
So Cejudo beats him though.
I think so too.
If he gains the weight properly and cuts the weight properly, he can win that fight.
I think so too.
Yeah.
What other fight? Are there any other notable fights on the card?
Well,
Drew Dober's on it.
yeah, Drew Dober undercard.
yeah.
Drew Dober's on it.
And then there's this
American.
one featherweight I think is pretty tough.
Is
Elov.
he the 14-0 guy?
Yeah, he's a 14-0 guy.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Yeah, and he's fighting Hakeem, who's 12-1 also.
That starts off the undercard,
Yeah.
right? That's gonna be good.
Yeah, and then Darren Stewart's on it against Anders, who they're notable veterans. Lauren Murphy.
Darren Stewart had that fight against Kevin Holland last year, and a little bit of controversy there. Some people thought Darren Stewart might have won that, so he's definitely shown he's got.
And Holland's in the top tier. I think so.
0-2, 5-0 in 2020, 0-2.
Yeah, he's been on a little skid recently.
Well, the thing is, if you look back, he never beat one ranked opponent.
Yeah,
that is true.
The 2 ranked opponents he's faced, he's lost.
He got ranked in at number 10 his first ranking.
I mean, he's not on a Tony Ferguson skid. He's not at that.
No.
Which that sucks.
No, with the early prelims, We got our boy Chase Hooper on there. Ben Askren's son.
The Ben Askren clan.
He is so lethal on the ground.
He's the youngest person on.
Isn't he like
on the
what
UFC roster?
20? Is he 21 yet?
He's like just turned 21 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah, I
There's a lot of room
mean,
to grow.
his last fight, he was getting picked apart at the stand up, third round, took it to the ground, got the
that.
guy in the heel hook,
Yep.
won. So
I mean, it's going to be a great card overall.
Yeah. It's going to be a tough one.
Looks awesome. So
Yeah, I mean, what is it? 2 title fights? And
Two
then-
title fights.
2 title fights, and then
Diaz. Nate Diaz.
And then,
Nate
by
Diaz.
terms of entertainment, Nate Diaz may as well be a title fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I hope he wins.
So do
I
I.
think
I mean, because then he'll be ranked, like, he'll be top 5 in
Yeah,
the UFC.
yeah.
And then that'll put him in for a title fight, which would be crazy.
I think figure 8 Moreno. I think that'll steal the show though.
Diaz washes Usman. No, I'm playing.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the way Usman controls every single fight he's
Yeah.
in is, I don't think it's replicated anywhere in the UFC.
And then, I mean, after UFC 263, though, there's a bunch of good fight nights. We got Jung versus Ige, Gain versus Volkov, and then, obviously, UFC 264 with Dustin Poirier versus McNuggets 3.
Which is Poirier by murder.
Yep. Poirier's taking it.
Poirier by McGregor's broken skull in the middle of the fight.
Kevin Lee beats Sean Brady, in my opinion, too. He's moving
Yeah.
up to welterweight now. Brady's ranked 14th, 13th, I'm pretty sure, at
The interesting
at
thing about
welterweight.
that Poirier McGregor fight is Poirier is the first person to knock out McGregor, so he's gonna just stick to the same game plan he did last time.
legs, leg kicks.
Yes, calf kicks.
Yeah, because Connor's in like a different stance than normally
Yeah,
was.
he trained.
He was in a
trained for
boxing
boxing
stance.
match.
Yeah.
He didn't have
He
that
wasn't-
that karate.
karate
karate.
stance he usually does.
And they all, I mean, karate.
And that's the
Wonder
thing.
Boy.
Yeah.
Wonder Boy's on this card.
Who's he
Oh
fighting?
yeah,
Burns.
Oh.
Yeah.
that's gonna be a good.
That's going to be a good fight.
I don't
I
know.
want Wonder Boy to win, but Burns is
is
so
good.
tough. Burns is
good.
tough. Burns is
170
really
is a really good division.
Yeah.
I think it's better than 155.
I think now that Habib's gone,
Yeah, Habib's gone, and 170 welterweight. That's probably the best.
And now that, like, Tony's fallen
Bantamweight's
off,
toughest. Bantamweight's the toughest.
I
Bantamweight is the
think
toughest.
170 is probably the best.
I'd say 170 is better
Jan,
than bantamweight.
Aljo, Garbrandt, Dillashaw.
Garbrandt.
Garbrandt?
lost.
What happened to Garbrandt like a week ago, bro?
He's still a great fighter. He lost to Font. Font is on the come up. Mirage, Aldo.
Aldo.
Just Sean
He
O'Malley.
just beat Cheeto Vera, but
He's not that good. And then we got
Give me a
Sean.
break.
yeah, I mean,
Bro,
that's the thing. He's not that
bantamweight-
good, and Aldo beat him.
Bantamweight is stacked.
Bantamweight's top heavy.
Yeah.
There's like 4 like legit title contenders. Or
Yeah.
like 4 fighters that if they held the championship, I'd be like, yeah, they're a championship fighter.
I think Sanhagen will be the champion soon.
Yes.
I think Sanhagen.
Oh no, he lost to
he
Aljo
lost to
last
Aljo.
year.
Yeah, he did.
Still, I
But
mean,
dude,
in like a minute.
isn't
Back.
Algio like on like some 8th month?
Yeah,
he's
he's
got, like,
getting
some
spine
recovery
surgery.
from spine surgery, yeah. So we're gotta wait a long.
I mean,
time
I'm an
for
Aljo
a
fan,
rematch.
but I don't really know what's up with that.
He also said after he won from the illegal knee, he said he didn't really think of himself as the champion, and then later that night he was posting on Instagram pictures of him with
Yeah.
the belt, and he keeps doing it now. So
I mean, every
definitely living his life.
every UFC fighter has a good bit of troll in him. I mean,
yeah,
Izzy does. He was posting stuff on Instagram.
Colby does.
Yeah, Colby
That's
definitely
for sure.
does. That's his whole personality.
Yeah, troll.
And you're wearing the Colby shirt right now.
Of course I am. Of course.
He's not even top 2 in that division, bro.
Oh,
Nah,
because he's top 1.
I,
He's top 1.
Usman and
him and
Burns.
Usman are just they're
Colby and Usman,
they're definitely higher.
they're tough.
I'll give you Colby at 3. I think Colby's 3, but
Check,
he's not better than Burns. He's not better
check
than
the
Usman.
rankings right now. Who's won? Who's
He's
won?
number 1.
Who's annoying? Colby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, no. Welterweight is a stack.
Nate Diaz might put himself up there. Who knows?
Yeah. Nick too if he comes back.
When's the last time he fought?
20.
Silva. That was 2006.
Yeah, I was about to say 2016.
And that fight got thrown away because they both
tested.
on drugs at the time.
Well, one of them tested positive for PEDs, and then the other one for marijuana.
Yeah,
so it's
so-
a bit of a difference.
Who's
and
a real cheater
The
here?
USDA just took away marijuana as a punishment. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. sucks for Nico Price after that draw
Yeah.
with Cowboy. So that was a good fight. That was a pretty good fight. That card was stacked too. Woodley, Chimaev, Covington.
Speaking of that, with Chimaev, he's coming back soon, at least.
I think he's overhyped. I think he's a great fighter, but I think he's overhyped.
I think he's good, but he hasn't fought anyone.
I think he'll be better at middleweight.
Yeah, there's a lot of young, like, Russian, Dagestani, Chechen fighters.
Mhm.
I mean, Habib, like, in how they fight with their wrestling and their control.
Well, Zabit might retire.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, featherweight. Yeah, he said he was talking about he doesn't have a stride to fight anymore. But Makhachev,
Yeah, Makhachev,
he's gonna be champion.
He definitely is probably gonna be the champion.
I hope Dustin wins and then Chandler beats Dustin. I want Chandler to be champion.
I like Dustin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chandler. I hope he fights Gaethje. That'd be a great
Yeah,
fight.
Gaethje.
That would be a
set
good
up.
fight.
Be awesome. But with the thing with Zabit, I mean, they wanted him to fight Yair Rodriguez for the longest time, and now Yair's fighting Holloway. Now that's a fight night, or is that?
I don't know. I'm gonna watch that though. I love Holloway. He's one of
It's
my
a
favorite
fight night,
fighters.
yeah.
But
The clip of him pointing to the ground at the end of the round, slugging it out.
Yeah.
I love
That
Holloway.
video is amazing.
He's such a good technical boxer.
And he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's one of the nicest fighters there is. And he's from Hawaii.
He's so chill.
Yeah.
like when McGregor was doing that interview and he saw like Holloway go by on the skateboard, and he was like, "Wait a minute." But Rodriguez though
He's tough.
hasn't fought in a while. Who did he fight last time?
There's a lot of fighters that haven't fought in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of fighters who haven't fought in a while, Ryan Hall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Forgot about him.
Yeah.
He if people want to fight him, he will be champion if he gets enough fights.
You think so?
That dude,
You think he's that good?
his grappling is too good. Just his takedowns. How he gets right from his takedown right into that heel hook and can wrap it up. I mean,
BJ Penn.
he beat Gray Menard and BJ Penn. And those are two classic veterans in the UFC.
Mhm.
And he
Those
beat
are
them at
legends
ease.
right there.
And he had a Ultimate Fighter finale. I mean, he beat Artem Lovbar.
The GOAT.
The
The
GOAT. The GOAT.
After Hasbulla.
But
Yeah, Hasbulla.
Yeah.
But Artem, he was knocking out everyone in that show.
No, just put Hasbulla in
Yeah.
the chip. Come on.
When is that fight set up for? Like, is that even happening?
Who's the other one? I forget his name. It's like Abu.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
the
really
guys.
care.
Is that fight like actually gonna happen or like what is going on there?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a lot of talk right now. It's like
Yeah.
a Connor fight.
Oh, Jake Paul. It's coming out that Jake Paul signed a contract.
Woodley.
No,
Oh.
to fight the Hasbullah's like person that like does
Yeah.
it. I forget his name, but
Good
like,
luck.
he's
That
gonna
dude's
get killed.
big.
But he's like signed someone to fight him before he fights Woodley, like a month
When is he
before.
fighting Woodley?
September I think, or somewhere around there.
Dude, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous for Woodley. Like, all Woodley has been is like a right hand overhand knockout.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, I mean, Jake is like a legitimately. I can't believe I'm saying this.
He
He's
has
like,
skill.
He has skill, and at the same time, if he's willing to work and put in the work to become a good boxer, I mean, yeah, it's Jake Paul, but I mean, you can't just make up boxing talent.
And then
So-
you get good over. I mean, when was his fight with Deji? That was like Was that around four years ago?
I don't remember.
I mean, it was a while ago, and he started boxing before that. It's been like 4 years coming on now that he's been training, and he's been training hard from like the videos on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing with the, MMA moving to boxing, Chad Mendez just put a thing out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's saying he's like, I'm feeling really good. He goes, I might try this boxing thing out. So
Probably the most famous from his gaff at the press conference with Connor.
who? Chad Mendez.
Mendez. Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh no, that was Jeremy Stevens.
Oh, that was Stevens. He
Yeah.
he had something with Connor. I'm pretty sure.
Mendez, they had a fight for the interim
Yeah,
title.
UFC.
Oh, yeah.
189.
It was the one
One-
Aldo got
One of the
injured
best cards in UFC history.
Oh, is that Aldo versus what's his name from New York? What's his name? The middleweight champ or I forget his name.
in.
No, I don't really.
Yeah, I don't know.
He like trains with like Aljamain Sterling. I forget his name.
Yeah, but Mendez, He was a D1 wrestler, so him transferring to boxing, I don't know.
I think he should return to the UFC. I think he lost to Volk, but I think Mendez.
I mean, Volk's just like good.
Yeah.
I mean, Chad Mendes' notable losses is Volk,
Aldo
and McGregor. Those are Aldo.
And Aldo was 2 of his losses.
2, if not 3 legends right there. I mean,
3 legends. It's 3 legends right there.
You think Volk's at that level yet?
Not yet.
I mean, he's beat a lot of great fighters. I think he has the resume to be known as one.
He still hasn't had a main event in the UFC.
Which
I'm not surprised. He's not like a flashy fighter.
He's not a draw. He's not a draw to the fans, but he's a good fighter.
Which I was surprised why they put him on the Ultimate Fighter. Because I mean, you put the best personalities you can on that.
I mean, Demetrius Johnson was never much of like a pure like draw, but he's one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Yeah.
It hurts so bad to see him lose.
Yeah.
I watched that fight.
On a move that's legal in that
that's legal in one, but not legal in
not
UFC.
What's funny is DJ said like before that fight he supports it. He likes the knees on the ground.
Yeah,
and it backfired.
He talked about how one day he was playing he was live streaming Dark Souls, and he goes, "All right, I'm gonna have to go fight real quick," and then went over to MGM, fought, won, and then came back
and started playing
again.
He does stream a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some of them.
So cool guy. I hope he gets back on his feet after that loss and won. So.
All right. Speaking of Julio Jones, he just got traded to the Tennessee Titans.
Speaking of
Julio Jones,
I had to transition somehow instead of.
Speaking about Tennessee Titans, you see the wrestler Greco-Roman USA World Team wrestler got signed to him.
Really?
He used to wrestle at Michigan, beat Kyle Snyder.
How much does he weigh?
285.
He's probably a DN then, something like that.
Yeah, but he got signed. I haven't seen that happen before.
I mean, Brock Lesnar was on the Vikings practice squad for
Brock. Dude, if he would have fought his whole life, he would have been so good. But
just like a walking ball of testosterone.
No, he was so good at every sport he did, including football,
including wrestling. D1 champ.
Yeah.
2-time, I think. He was a 2-time.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just like Jacob said, Julio was traded earlier this morning to the Tennessee Titans in exchange for a 2022 second-round pick and a 2023 fourth-round pick. So, Jagger and Connor, I don't know if you guys follow the Titans at all, but how well do you think they're going to do, obviously, now that with this acquisition?
To be honest, I mean, I really don't watch NFL that much, but I mean, from what I've seen, they're making a decent amount of moves in the offseason, and hopefully they can bring that to the team and have a pretty well season.
Yeah, they've always been a Jacob getting Jagger the thumbs up here, so I mean just like Jagger said, they've come out strong in the offseason. They had a pretty decent draft for the most part, average, and they've gone out and targeted some help for Ryan Tannehill. And obviously, last year they were eliminated in the wild card round versus Baltimore
Ravens.
But
I don't know.
I think they're gonna come. You know what? Go ahead, Jacob. I'll let you.
I said really doesn't change my opinion of the team so much.
Yeah, not really.
They were heavily focused offensively with AJ Brown and Derrick Henry. Their defense is bad. Like this, adding overkill on offense does not really. I mean, Julio is a legend.
Yeah,
one
but
of the
he's
best
old.
receivers
First of all, he's old, and you could tell that he's getting older.
He was hurt
by the value of the trade. Like
Julio
giving
went
away
for 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, exactly. If they would have traded him 2 or 3 years ago, that would have costed them 2 first-round picks. And this year, they were able to get
a
Julio for a second-round pick, and late second-round pick, because they're probably going to end up making the playoffs, and then a 4th-round pick in the next draft. So, for the value that they got him for, I mean,
that's a good trade.
It's a decent trade for both teams.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Falcons are going to rebuild.
Falcons are rebuilding. They don't want any more of those older guys on their team, and that's evident by them going out and drafting guys like Kyle Pitts and guys like that.
Matt Ryan has 1 foot out the door already. I think. I think he has 2 years left on his contract, but next year on his contract, I believe they can cut him and only take like $5 million of dead cap, saving like $35 million.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
writing's on the wall.
This puts I mean, not that the Eagles had any
Oh
kind
my.
of cap space to go out and get a guy like Julio, but still, the Eagles have 3 potential first-round picks in next year's draft, and they weren't even a place of interest
Immense
for Julio.
talent shopping.
Like Julio, that wasn't even really a thought. Julio coming to Philly, so that just kind of goes to show how he's kind of aged along the years, and his injuries have been.
He'll be good with them. He'll go for 1,000 yards. Him and AJ Brown, but doesn't change my opinion because they already had a great offense and their defense is
I
bad.
don't know. I don't even see him going for 1,000 yards, to be honest with you. As
Really?
much as he's on the field,
Julio?
as much as he's on the field, he's never on the field.
Not
He
last
played-
year, but every year before that he was
Bro,
not.
he's always hurt. He's injury prone.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, and the year before that. The last 3 years he's been hurt. And I know that because the Eagles have played the Falcons the last 3 years. So,
4th place schedules.
yeah. Well, the Eagles.
Yeah, he won the division 2
Yeah,
years
a
ago.
couple years ago. So, yeah, anyways, we'll move on to some NBA talk now as the playoffs are heating up. Game 7 between the Dallas
Let's
Mavericks,
go Dallas! Come
Dallas
on, baby.
and the Clippers is happening right now. I'm not sure what the score was, but I did see Luka Doncic had 26 points at halftime.
Clippers are up 91-83. It's the third with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, Luka had 29 points in the first half. So,
He can only do so much.
yeah, we'll let's go. I don't know if we did this last week at all, but we'll kind of go through down the line of who advanced and who's going home. Obviously, this past week, the biggest series probably was
Bye.
the Lakers and Suns.
I'm very
so
surprised. I was
I'm
wrong
not
about that.
I'm not
surprised.
surprised.
I'm not surprised.
I was wrong.
Booker was.
Suns have my
on
respect,
fire.
man.
Booker
was
caught
on
fire in games 4, 5, and 6, and that was the wrap. I mean, CP3 did whatever he could, but I mean, it really comes down to kind of the young talent of the Suns with Devin Booker and Cam Johnson,
Aiton.
Yeah.
Aiden, Cameron
Bridges.
Payne, all those guys.
Yeah,
played
Bridges
really well.
is tough, too.
So, yeah, Bridges.
Dario Saric.
And
Former Sixer.
it comes down to the health of the Lakers.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis obviously went down with an injury, and he tried to come back and play in Game 6, but unfortunately, within the first 5 minutes, he re-aggravated his groin and exited the game, and was not able to come back, and that kind of wrapped up the season for the Lakers. So I'm happy about it. I think everybody here can say the same.
Yeah.
I don't really
Absolutely,
care.
yeah.
I just hate the Clippers.
I hate the Lakers.
I hate the Lakers.
So yeah, I'm happy about it. In other NBA news,
There's a lot of NBA news. Bucks lost game 1.
Yeah.
Bucks lost game 1 to the Nets, but before that, obviously, I think we talked about the Bucks.
We don't.
and the Heat.
We did talk about that last week, so we don't really have to talk
and
about it.
the
this week.
Nets obviously advanced past the Celtics this past week.
Nuggets topped off the Blazers 4-2.
That was in 6 games. So, and the Blazers fired their coach.
Terry Stotts. That's a good move. He didn't do anything.
Lillard said he wanted Jason Kidd.
And then-
as his coach.
and then
Yeah, he
right
just
after that,
withdrawal.
Kid withdrawal.
He
Kid
withdrew
pulled
his
his name
name.
out.
So yeah, and then who else? Sixers advanced.
Hawks over the
Knicks.
and then the game 1 of the
Shut
Philly
up.
series, which
Shut
I'm
up.
not, which
Shut
I
up.
am not going to overreact to because the Sixers are still going to win the series.
All right,
But-
we'll talk about this later. We're talking about
Later,
this.
we're
Later.
talking about
Two
NBA.
minutes. 2 minutes, because I gotta get past everything else. How did the Sixers get there? You might ask. Sixers beat the Wizards in 5
Formidable
games.
Washington Wizards.
Yeah, and then the Hawks obviously beat the Knicks in 5 games as well. And Trae Young caught fire in that back end of that
DeAndre
series,
Hunter's
just
back?
like he did today.
He's hurt.
No,
yeah.
DeAndre
Again?
Hunter, yeah, he's
He
hurt.
got hurt again.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
man.
He did not
soreness
play
in his
today.
knee.
So so we'll talk about the Sixers game. Obviously, game 1 between the Sixers and Hawks was today in Philly. Joel Embiid did play. He had 39 points.
Yeah.
I mean, he played out of his mind for coming off torn meniscus.
And Trey had like 35 too, I think.
You know what? This is kind of my
Why don't you put a
theory.
5-ball on him?
They did.
Really?
They came out in the first half and put Danny Green on him. And
No sense.
every single possession,
Danny Green is not quick enough.
Trey Young just dribbled right around
Yeah.
every possession.
Danny Green just isn't that good.
He is not good.
Every time Trey Young would dribble right past
He used
him,
to be pretty
Trey Young would get right into the paint and either shoot a floater or lob it up for Capella because Embiid
Yeah.
had to come off Capella to
Yeah, Capella's really good at what he does. Great rebounder, good on defense.
I could.
If you were 6'11".
Yeah, if I was 6'11", I would be able to
No,
dunk
that's
him
what I'm
wide
saying.
open. It was all set up by Trae Young.
He's one of the best in the league at filling his role, which
The
is
Sixers-
defense, rebounding, and throwing down lobs.
Then again, Embiid had 40 on him tonight, so.
Yeah, it's Embiid. I wouldn't expect them to lock down Embiid.
It's just, and then you saw in the second half they came out and they adjusted. They put Simmons on Trae Young, and Trae Young, Simmons shut Trae Young down for about a half a quarter before Ben Simmons got in foul trouble and had to come off the court. So I don't know. In my opinion, I think Doc Rivers should go Simmons on Trae Young just to slow him down. Because if you can slow Trae Young down, you slow the whole game down. You slow their game plan down. They score a lot of points in transition. The Sixers had 20 turnovers today, which led to a lot of transition points for the Hawks. I don't know. The Sixers had to come back from a 26-point deficit, and they were still almost able to pull it off. So,
there's something else I want to talk about with the Lakers series is that I think an underrated part of it was all the pieces the Lakers lost from last year, like Dwight Howard. I mean, even we're talking about Danny Green, but he was good with the Lakers.
Yeah,
He's not so much good with the...
Well, he is. Except today he sucked.
Yeah.
Today he was terrible.
They lost Rondo. I mean, these are key veterans that are good defensively that fill their roles. And when someone like Anthony Davis goes down and you don't have Dwight Howard to back him up, you're kind of screwed.
I mean, well, they do have Andre Drummond and Montrezl Harrell now, too.
And
Marc Gasol.
Yeah. So, I mean, their front court's pretty bad.
I don't think anything can kind of come and play in the role of like Anthony Davis when he goes down. When Anthony Davis goes down,
but you can at least try.
I kind of feel like the Lakers don't really have good team chemistry a little bit.
I mean, are we doing
bad.
too much discrediting of the Lakers, or are we not crediting the Suns enough? Because I think the Suns played.
Yeah,
Suns played amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on record and say I was wrong about the Suns.
I will too.
I thought they were gonna lose in the first round. They have my respect now.
I didn't think they were gonna lose in the first round, but I thought it was gonna go 7 games, and I thought every game was gonna be close. Yeah. I mean, you look at the games that the Suns won, they were blowouts.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm just happy the Lakers are out of it. What'd you say the score was of Clippers?
It's like 91-83.
Yeah, I can check again.
Come on, Luka.
185.
Oh my.
Clippers are up by 15.
End of the third, yeah.
Oh
the
my
third.
Yeah, it looks like the Clippers are going. Clippers are moving on to play the Jazz. It looks like
that's a tough series.
Jazz blowing out Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Grizzlies aren't there yet. They're a young team.
They have one player. They literally have one player.
Yeah.
Like he can't do it all.
They need a second star. If they get like a second wing, then it's Ja Morant, Dylan Brooks, Kyle Anderson, that second star wing, like a Chris
Has
Middleton
Jaren
type.
Jackson
Jaren
playing?
Jackson Jr.
He was injured, wasn't he, though? Or was he playing?
He was injured for most of the season.
Yeah, that's what I thought, I mean, he's a good player.
Yeah.
He could be a
They
star.
just need a second star, too.
Yeah, and it's the same thing when you look at a team like the Nuggets. Michael Porter Jr. stepping up huge in that series. Obviously, Jokic kind of doing his own thing. Although, in games 5 and 6, the Blazers were able to slow him down in the first half.
With Nurkic. Yeah. When Nurkic is on the court, he plays good defense, but Enes Kanter is completely useless.
And we haven't talked about
defense.
James Harden going out yesterday with an injury.
Yeah, hammy.
And news just broke that he's out for tomorrow's game, Game 2. He's out for tomorrow's game.
I still don't think that'll really change a lot.
I don't know. I was really looking forward to the Bucks kind of giving them a series, and then I watched last night's game.
Yeah, they played horribly.
Yeah, they just didn't play well, and they got blown out.
I mean, the Nets just have so much talent on that team.
You got to find a way. And I mean, I'm going to show my bias here, but I still think the best team in the East that is going to give the Nets a run is the Sixers.
It's definitely fair.
Both defensively and offensively. I mean, I don't think the Nets have anybody that can guard Embiid, if I'm being honest with you. And the Sixers...
I don't think any team in the league has anyone that can guard Durant or Harden.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the hard part.
Yeah, that's the tough reality of it, is the fact that you can go both ways. So, I'm not sure. I'm hoping the Sixers can just get past the Hawks.
I'm sticking to my finals prediction of Nets over the Nuggets in the finals.
No,
That's what I'm sticking to.
the Nuggets might lose against the Suns this series.
They might.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a good series, but
It's
the
gonna be
Nuggets are
fun.
good. They're good.
Suns are good.
I know. Every
It's gonna be a
team,
really good
every
series.
team at this point is good, except
My
like, maybe the
prediction.
Hawks, but-
My prediction is.
yeah.
I'm hoping. Well,
Wow.
you can't
we
even
saw.
say the Hawks are bad because they came
I'm
out.
not saying they're bad, but
They came out tonight
Come
and they
on.
played the best game they've played all season. They shot the lights out.
Yeah.
They shot
They're
over
amazing.
50% from the field. I don't think that happens again. This
exactly.
series.
That's
There's
my
no
point.
way. And I mean, like I was going at it with a couple people on Twitter about like how well the Hawks played shooting wise, like how it was their best shooting game of the season, and I was getting all this crap about how Hunter didn't play. In all honesty, Hunter's not doing anything. Like Hunter will come in the game for one reason, and that's to try to double team Embiid, and obviously that didn't work today.
I mean,
So,
Hunter's
I don't-
good, but
Hunter doesn't scare me. Reddish doesn't scare me much.
I don't even think Reddish is playing.
He's not.
I think he's hurt.
He's hurt, but I think he may be projected. to go.
Bogdanovich had a decent game.
Yeah.
who?
Bogdanovich.
Yeah, he does.
He came out on fire, and then he closed the game out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he does. He's a shooter.
I don't know. Just like I said, I don't think Hawks will play that well again this series.
I agree.
Embiid was probably 85, 90% today. So I think
How'd
with
Simmons do
100%,
offensively? I didn't watch.
he had 17 points, 10 assists, and like 8
Yeah, he
rebounds
did.
or something. He played really well on defense too, but he got in foul trouble early in the second half. So they
I'm
had to
still
trade.
of
The
the
thing
opinion
is-
that fouling out shouldn't be a thing.
There's no like if you watch today's game.
I'm sorry, it
if
shouldn't
you-
be a thing.
If you watch
I said
today's game, the refs were there was no like little to no physicality involved in today's game because every time you touch somebody there was a foul.
Yeah,
And
and,
it-
then when there's not a foul, the other team complains.
Yeah,
The
And
NBA
that's
is getting
ridiculous.
it's getting soft.
Yeah,
Like-
it's that's why I don't
it
watch
literally
basketball
the
as much.
the Sixers lost today's game because of foul trouble. Like I swear on, I think if Simmons isn't in foul trouble in the second half and he's able to guard Trae Young the rest of the game, they win. They win because you completely take out Trae Young.
The thing I have an issue with is the shooters jumping into a foul.
I can't stand
That's
it.
what I don't
Yeah.
like.
That's gotta be
Yeah.
changed.
Every other 3-point shot,
Yeah.
they have to review it or something. Like
If the defender should be entitled to their space as well.
Did you see the call today that the Sixers challenged? Trae Young drove into the lane
Yeah.
and literally extended his arm on Thibault when they called it
Yeah.
on Thibault.
it was, they didn't call the extension. It was after he extended his arm, and then they said that he fouled him. But it also slows the game down too.
Yeah.
Like I don't like that.
Like you gotta, especially as like today, like Game 7, you gotta like let those guys play. When the
It's the
series
playoffs,
drags on,
like-
yeah, it's the playoffs. So yeah, NHL. I don't really talk much NHL, but I don't
Let's
know
go
if you guys-
Golden Knights!
I don't know
That's
if
my
you
team,
guys
baby.
Watch hockey. I know.
I know
I don't watch
nothing.
it.
I know
Yeah, I don't
nothing.
either. I think there's a huge series going on between the Islanders and the Bruins.
Did I say to watch? Did I say to watch
Yeah,
that?
bro,
Did I say to
like-
watch that?
It's like 2-2, right?
I think the Knights are playing Colorado. I'm pretty sure.
I think
I
the
mean, yeah,
Islanders and
yeah, they
Bruins
are.
series 2-2.
What is it? 2-1 Colorado?
Yeah.
I haven't watched the game, but that's my team. Let's go.
I don't even have a team.
Yeah, I'm a Flyers
Flyers,
fan.
but they suck.
Flyers
Yeah.
started off
They suck.
good and just fell off.
I'm a Hershey Bears fan.
York Revolution fan for baseball.
Yeah, I don't want to talk baseball right now.
You don't want to
Major
get into
League-
Trinity Sports?
Is there-
Yeah, we'll get into
Is there
Trinity
anything
Sports.
going
Yeah,
on
sure.
like with the MLB that we should know?
They literally play every day. Like,
Oh,
it's so
the
much
Phillies
shit.
game, they had like a net
Ooh,
delay.
ooh,
That was today.
The Marlins just beat the Pirates today.
The Pirates beat the Marlins yesterday.
I
Right?
know, and we
Yeah.
beat them the day before, and then they beat us the day before.
Yeah, so
4-game series.
I think so. It might have been like a 5-game. It was.
I don't think those exist.
Bro, I'm being
Five games don't
serious. There's
exist.
so many.
There may have been a doubleheader.
I don't know.
Oh,
I got
yeah,
all
they
those
like delay or something.
Bleacher Report notifications on my phone.
But yeah, we'll get into some Trinity Sports now. Just want to congratulate the boys lacrosse team on a great season, as well as the girls softball team. They had really good seasons. I think the softball team broke a couple records for most wins in a season or whatever. So
they had a really good season.
yeah, congratulations to both of them.
the softball team has no seniors. So
Yeah, so they got everybody
for the
returning
top.
next year. They should have a really good season again next year. So good luck to those guys in the future. Just like I said, the lacrosse team, I have a bunch of friends that play lacrosse. Obviously, they had a really good season winning districts. And
Yeah,
then
shout out Evan Scott.
they were able to win a state playoff game as well before coming across Mars, who I believe is like the best high school.
number one in the state.
Yeah, they're like the best high school in the state right now.
They had a
What
bad draw.
was the score? 11-6, I think.
11-7.
No, it was like 14-9.
14.
Yeah. So yeah, congratulations to both of them on a great season. I guess we'll talk about the baseball team.
Yeah.
So the baseball team, unfortunately, we came up short the other night in the district championship against Ole Valley. Ole Valley held us to limited hits, and we made some mental errors in the field that ended up costing us a couple runs. So it was a good game for the most part, I guess. We lost, unfortunately, but we qualified for states, so we play tomorrow in the state playoffs. It's the first time that Trinity Baseball has ever made states. So, yeah, tomorrow.
Congrats, bro. Who you guys play?
Newman Goretti tomorrow at LaSalle College High School
Yeah.
in
Is Newman Goretti like that for baseball?
They're pretty good.
They're just good at every sport, honestly.
They recruit a lot of.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk bad on any team, but yeah.
You guys should play him in basketball, too. You guys should play a basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had our run-ins against them.
Yeah, I know they've played basketball against Trinity before, but I don't know much about their baseball team. But I'm looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it as a team. It's a really good opportunity for us. Like I said, it's the first time ever that we've made states. So, yeah. Keep following that, and I guess
Cross country season coming up soon.
cross country season.
Football
Connor,
season?
Yeah.
hey,
Football, yeah.
hey, I'll be there. Spring ball, baby. I'm
You'll be
coming
there
out
at 7 a.m.
I'm
7
coming
a.m.
out to
tomorrow.
coach.
You coming?
every day, starting tomorrow.
Not every day, but it starts tomorrow, 7 a.m.
Till what?
Like
9.
8:30.
Oh, that's just like lifting.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like I'll come out and like throw you guys some.
The assistant
Ouch.
linebacker.
Yeah. But yeah, so good luck to obviously you guys. You guys have a couple months till your season starts.
Yeah.
But
A little
good
bit.
luck, Connor, in the future for cross country,
Thank you.
Jagger wrestling.
Thank you.
Oh, Disney
Yeah,
duels.
Disney.
Oh,
Fargo.
Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of major tournaments coming up in June and July for wrestling. Disney duels.
Hey.
It's a pretty big one. Trinity's taking a team down. Hopefully, we
Disney,
Yeah.
Orlando, like Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not Disney,
then
Pennsylvania.
and then Fargo in July. It's freestyle and Greco wrestling, which is the Olympics.
That's where the national championships are held, too.
It's national. Yeah, it's that national championships for high school level, and it's all across the country. I personally, I won Greco states and took
Hey.
third at freestyle states, and
Sir.
we have about 5. We have
McCullough?
we have 4 guys going out to Fargo, McCullough for Greco, and then me, Tucker Painter, and Major Lewis for freestyle and Greco both.
Hey.
Yeah, so we got a couple guys going out there, and hopefully we'll help Team PA out. Take home that win for PA.
Yes, sir.
Best wrestling state in the country.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Jack, what are your plans for next year?
Wrestling wise,
Yeah.
so I was a team captain this year, so I'm hoping I'll be team captain again next year. So I just hope we can bring the team together and create a more dynamic function that we have, so that we can come out on top with more wins. Because a lot of times we have a lot of newer wrestlers, and
Yeah, you guys were young
yeah,
last year.
yeah, we got a young team, young wrestlers, new wrestlers like Jacob, and seriously, they've all been making like insane improvements throughout the
Michael
years.
Smithnoski.
Yes.
Let's go!
He's beefing up now. He's coming to 170. He's gonna wrestle. He's gonna wrestle me off next year. Hopefully.
Is he wrestling 170? Does
No.
that mean I
You
can go
wrestle at
does that mean
170?
I can go 160 for Disney, please?
You're going to Disney?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
What are you going for Disney? 70?
As of now, I'm trying to go.
When's the last time
I'm
you
going
actually
80.
got experience wrestling?
wrestling season?
And you're going to Disney to
Well, I'm
wrestle.
gonna go to wrestling practice a week or two before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
probably
could too.
you might have to edit all this.
Yeah, you can edit this out. We're just talking.
Yeah, we're just talking. But Yeah, good luck to you. All three of you guys wrestle. So good luck to you
thank
guys next wrestling
Yes,
season.
sir.
I'll be following for sure when I'm at college.
Jacob's making it past districts this time.
Yes. Hopefully I'm
Yeah, and hopefully I'll get that state medal.
Yeah.
Sir,
It's about time.
We'll see.
Let's go. I just kind of want to give a quick reminder about the t-shirts. Guys, if you guys haven't bought your t-shirt yet,
There's only a couple left.
there's only a couple left. I encourage you guys to go out and buy one.
Yeah, we still have stock. Just like DM the Instagram or whatever.
Yep, DM the
However you
Instagram for the inventory count and stuff
Or
like
if
that.
you haven't bought one and you're sitting with us right now, just talk to us right now.
But
The clothing, the material is amazing. It fits so well. Best t-shirt I can find.
let's go.
And their stickers are phenomenal too. They don't fall off. Best stickers around.
Yes, sir.
Put
yes,
them
sir.
on your hydro flasks.
Go
Yes.
cop one. Go cop
Grey
one.
Country merch coming soon.
Jason, I know we were talking about kind of like the giveaways and things like that. Are we going to do that at all?
Yeah, so either this coming week or next Sunday, we're going to do an episode. It's kind of like call-in. So you guys will call in. We'll ask you guys some trivia sports questions. And then whoever ends up getting the most correct will get a free t-shirt or a discount. So we'll have to make that decision coming up here. And we'll let you guys know on social media and stuff with more information. But yeah, that's just a heads up.
All right, sounds good. All right, Jagger and Connor, thank you guys for joining us today. And
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, thanks for
Anything
coming.
for you, Jacob.
All right, guys, that'll wrap up today's episode. Stay tuned for next week's.